What's going on, guys? Cullen here at eStarland. We got a nice big cube of video games here. We're gonna take a look and see what we got inside. Let's find out. Let's see. All right, let's see what we got inside today. Anything special? Oh, all right. Wow, we got a very nice copy of Star Fox on the Super Nintendo, that Super FX chip right there. You can see some real graphics. That actually looks like little figurines now that I think about it. Now, this is pretty awesome. If any of you have played this was actually one of the 3D games, as they say, revolutionary Super FX microchip. Never before seen effects. And that's exactly what we have inside. Wow, this is a really nice manual too. This is, ooh. Wow, yeah, that's really good shape. Yeah, you can see this game actually used 3D graphics, one of the handful of ones. An actually good one too. There's like Dirt Tracks FX or something like that, and it's just like the most, it's like playing a slideshow. You know, it is just absolutely rough to play. The sound is pretty funny too. Just very crunchy, very not super great, but this is really nice. Look at the corners on here. That is so sleek. This very good condition. Super good condition. You don't see them that often these days. Something that's over 20 years old. Super Castlevania IV, another one. Looking really nice here. Whoever took care of these, props. Real good props, because this is just fantastic. Let's see what we got. Sure enough, the manual. It's a little beat up on, oh, looks like some cryptic writing you can see in here. Looks like somebody, oh yeah. Why? Okay, I haven't played this game to be honest, but I don't know why the passwords are stored in like a Sudoku and it's just F. So maybe, oh, maybe that's how the password screen is. Maybe you just plug in whatever. What are these characters? Merman, Cruella. Like I said, I have not played this game. Some Metal Slug food right there. Oh, some other things I cannot pronounce. Maybe I should play this. This looks pretty awesome. I think I played the first one maybe, but this looks really good. I know this has always been an expensive game. I'm sure it's definitely worth it. I'm sure it's I think it is a classic, I believe, of the Castlevanias. I think I played the first one, I believe, and it was all right. PTO 2, Target or Be Targeted. Oh, look at that. The president right there. Ooh. Battle phase. I bet this would be really good to play. Let's go ahead and crack this one open. I've had some good opens too. I've definitely crinkled these before, so I'm always very paranoid about opening these guys up. Let's see, very nice shape. Very nice shape indeed. Super nice. Almost suspicious. Looks like it's barely ever been played. And we got a lot of manuals here. This is quite a thick book. This is very thick. I might leave this one open just so we can compare this to something else like, oh, I feel like we got Rayman or something like that. Something platform or something real simple. You can see the difference between these. It's got this big, oh Lord. I feel like this is something that you would need in order to play the game too. You know, like you hang this up on the wall and you go to play and you just rip it down and you're like, all right, let's see what we got. Got to plan my tactics. Otherwise you have no idea what any of this is. Yeah, that's, ooh, wow. I want to play this. I'm interested in games like this. I would probably never be able to figure it out without this, but yeah, I mean, that's just what I love about these kind of games. There's a lot that you can see, a lot of content in for what it is. I'm not going to put that on top because that would be chaos. But let's see what else we got. Hole-in-one golf. Oh man, wow. I don't recall seeing this game before actually. Notice how I didn't say I've never seen this before like I always do. I haven't believed I've seen this. I do not recall this game. Hole-in-one golf. I don't know, I wonder if it would be like a fun game, but there's nothing really exciting in this. Even for a golf game, I mean, that's a pretty bland shots of a game. Oh, and there's no manual in here. I was hoping there might be. We got a poster. I'm probably not gonna mess with this too much. Bogey, albatross, memory shot. What is this? You managed to get a hole-in-one eagle or albatross, you get a password that when entered, it'll replay your shot for you. Okay, now that brings up a whole story for me while I continue on. I would play Neo Turf Masters and I would get awesome shots in that game. And I could never, you know, there's no instant replay because it's a Neo Geo game. And so I had a VCR hooked up, so I would just tape my gameplay. And then that way I could just play it back and then re-record it on my phone to actually show people. Now this is hefty. This has got some weight to it. And this is also just, I mean, these are all in fantastic shape. Whoever actually owned these, my God, you hate to see it go. I always feel bad when I see a trade-in like this. Like, you know, why did somebody trade this in? This is incredibly awesome shape. They really cared about this stuff, but not so much anymore that they had to get rid of it, or maybe they didn't want to, but maybe it was time to move on. But wow, this is a book. This is a whole book. Like, I've read like picture books, chapter books that were smaller than this, because this is just, wow. You know, this brings up another tangent that I'm going to go on, because I just feel like venting right now. I'm playing A-Train Express on the PS4. Look at this booklet, this huge booklet, right? How many pages is this? 70 pages? That game doesn't even come with a manual. You got to go to the website and then go to where they load you an HTML page, not even an actual real part, just an actual file. And in there they've got all the description of the game and everything. And this, I mean, back then they're making big booklets like this, and then this game, PS4, you can't even, there's nothing on there. There's just no manual whatsoever. You gotta go to a whole website. That's pretty sweet. We got Krusty's Super Funhouse. Now, I might not be able to go through all of these. I might just do a quick open for them, because they're all pretty freaking amazing. I mean, like, look at this. We got, oh, don't want to bend that. Really great shape games. Featuring The Simpsons, of course. I mean, if you wouldn't know already that The Simpsons are in this game, I mean, I think it's pretty self-evident. Pretty sweet. Oh my God. Whoops. We got Lemmings. I remember playing this in school. This was awesome. What the hell is that? I don't remember. What in the world? Does not look like Lemmings to me, but that is some lemons, as they show you how to pronounce it. Psygnosis. Ooh. Wow. Look at that. Okay, maybe this is a good actual demonstration, because I specifically left this out to show, but I don't, okay. Yeah, look at the depth, if you can see that. How much thicker this one is compared to that. Amazing. They really packed it in back then. You know, whatever you needed to know, they made sure you understood, because they're not going to take a second to actually take up the space in the game. Because just imagine how awful that would be to be like the tutorial person or the manual person. Because like you could have a booklet that would explain everything, or you could like code all of that. Oh, that would not be great. All right, we got Civilization, over 600,000 copies with the mouse. I feel like we might see a mouse in here. I would, with 40,000 people in their spaceships. Man, that's a lot. Oh man, that's the 40,000 right there. Oh my God. That's like when you're on like Windows XP and your window like glitches around, like that's the kind of effect you get right there. Let's see what any goodies we got inside. I'm gonna take a look. These are fun to look at because there's just gonna be a million things inside. Ooh, we finally got one that isn't close to perfect. But it's still not bad. This is still really good though. I mean, you get stuff like this, that's nothing to complain about at all. And you know, that's a whole, the same screenshot they show you there as you do on the back. Go ahead and keep on moving along. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a quick peek inside. Okay, I'm gonna maybe not gonna be able to open up all of these. Uncharted Waters. This game I'd really like to play this one. This game looks really cool. You like go around and explore the high seas, and you just go around and I just be a pirate. I guess it's like Pirates of the Caribbean, but on Super Nintendo. And see, like this one's gonna have something cool. See, we've got like a map, we've got a booklet in here. Fire, Rush. Yeah, and see, like, if you, like, but definitely this game, like, you would probably not be able to play this game without some version of the manual. You'd have to look at this. Otherwise, you would just, you know, like trying to play Aerobiz, like, it's like as if you were actually signed up for a job for that without having any education for it or knowledge. That's actually a pretty cool map. It's like, one side it's a map, one side it's a, you know, actually, let's open this all the way up. I want to see what this looks like. At the, yeah, that's it. That is a map from 1991 of Europe right there. That is the works. And then you got all of this on the back. That's pretty cool, but I mean, I wouldn't even want to write on this because, like, you can only really use it once, you know? Like, it's good for one play, unless you like made photocopies of this, because then, you know, you got to cross it out, and it would look horrible if you had to do multiple saves on one map of this. That'd be pretty bad. No, I don't know. I'm gonna put this on the back. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh, there's sweet games. Ooh, we got Super Metroid. That one, I always remember this was a pretty popular one that came in. I never played this one. I played Fusion a lot, though, this game. Fusion was awesome to play. And I was always scared of that anti-Samus thing that would appear. Oh, that thing was awful. Yeah, but this is sweet. Look at this. Fun games. Brinstar, man. I would love to play this, honestly. I always thought, I learned so much of my initial Nintendo knowledge from Super Smash Bros. Melee. So seeing the actual games that reference is really cool. Let's see what else we got. Oh no. We got Populous, but it's a little smashed up. Oof, little rough. Still good though. Honestly, I mean, you get some rips on the back, but look at these corners. You can't argue with corners that sharp. That's still pretty good. That is still quite good. We got another cartridge in here. Another manual. Look at that, The Simpsons, WrestleMania Smash TV. Wow, what a time. Flood, all kinds of different stuff. Interesting game. I don't know how successful this game really did, but honestly, I thought it was pretty cool. Maybe one day I'll get to playing it, who knows. Let's see what we got next. Take a dig. What do we have? Earthworm Jim. Ooh, man. It always reminds me of like Rayman, like this era of games. It looks a lot like some kind of, I don't know, it's that same feeling of, just takes me back to that, playing that on the computer. Yeah, it's very interesting, nice artwork, cool backgrounds and stuff like that. Ooh. Oh, what is this? That's pretty awesome. This would make a good poster, actually. And then some credits. I like it when some of these, they have like developer like comments on the back. It's like really cool. Games don't have that so much nowadays. I think Clock Tower had a whole little section from like each of the lead developers. So let's see